Everything you need to know about XRP and more for what is happening out there in terms of the technicals is today. This has been absolutely nonsense. We got good things to look forward to, but there were a few things I said we needed to get through first. And of course, the chart. If you zoom out, it looks pretty good. But right now, when you have a little bit of a sell off, there's some panic out there. I can sense it. You can see it. The comments, people getting frustrated, and then they just leave. They just get done. They're done with it. They don't want to deal with it. They're going to go buy some treasuries or CDs and be happy with their 3 to 4% a year. That's not me. If you're with me on that, hit the like button, subscribe down below. Put XRP in the comments because we're just getting started. We're going to go over the XRP price prediction here and give you a little bit of an update on the portfolio. It got hit nasty, man. It's insane how much money goes up or down in the portfolio on a daily basis. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. But before I dig into my XRP price prediction, I got to tell you, YouTube is allowed, or not YouTube, but Patreon's allowed me to do something I haven't been able to do before. And this is the first full day we were able to offer it, which is the, as you can see, my computer thing here. But you click that first link down below. We have, for the first time ever, able to on Patreon to offer 20% off an annual membership, which is crazy. We're increasing the price by 40% right here, so it's gonna go up to $70 a month. But for a limited time, right now, if you have not gotten in here, you can click this and lock in the year's price way under what it's going to be here on October 15th. So you got to make today the day. We don't know how long we're going to allow this opportunity right here to be here, but today you have it, so you can take advantage. And if you don't want to do an annual, you can still do the monthly and get your first month for 50% off using code MOON, or it should be automatic at the end. That's it, man. That's the big one. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the portfolio. What? 44 smackers, $44,000 down today. And that's what when you're playing with crypto, you gotta know it's gonna be amazing up or down. So I am fully invested now. And of course, that means when there's a day like this, a lot of red, it hurts. When there's a big green day, you guys know, you've been a part of this, it's good. Now, I started at 2231. We're up 209,000 here, and 100,000 from the crypto makes it 309,000's up since the last 10 weeks here on YouTube. So I made 300,000 in front of you. We were up 400,000 roughly at one time. We have given 100,000 back. And of course, a day like this, I started teaching, I think it was $30,000 a year. That is 44,000. That's a year and a half of my first year of teaching wages gone. But I've also had days where we're up 60,000, where it's 2 years of wages made. And so this is just part of it as we continue forward. My goal is to take a 2 and turn it into a 10 in 5 years. To do that, there's going to be some risk taken. And the risk taken for me has been revolving around the crypto. But I am adding stocks in because everybody wants to see the best stock plays I can find. So I'm going to continue to add those in, and we'll see how they do moving forward. Strict rule, 10% stop loss on all stock plays. Crypto a little bit different, of course, because crypto moves wildly. I'll tell you how that goes as we go forward as well. But yeah, there's the update so far. I wanted to make sure everybody could see where we're at. But now I wanted to talk about the XRP. You can see right here, 7.77. Normally, I don't like to go down 10%. I usually get out and wait for a better entry. I don't know what I'm going to do right here. I will let you know. For those who follow in the Discord, you guys know I give you the fireplace over there. We're going to see how everything goes as we go forward. That's me, not you. Your computer's fine, folks. Yeah. All right. Let's kick into the XRP. I had Bitcoin on the main channel talking about it. You can see we're still above the 13, but when you get into XRP, not so good looking. You guys can see I warned about this yesterday. Told you we crossed down over the 50 and the 13 cross. Major bearish motion on that. We pushed back up to try to get it up there, but did not hold. And usually what happens is if you get below this candle right here, you're going to get some pain moving forward. That pain has kicked in very easily, and you can see the monster sell-off. So where are we going, Mo? Well, I'm hoping for a little bit of a left shoulder, a little bit of the head right here, and a little bit of the right shoulder built in above 274. If we stay above 274, this could set us up for what I call the trampoline effect, where we hit off support and we bounce up. Mo, give us examples when that happened before. Well, you don't have to go too far. 2 weeks ago, we did it right here. We go down to 260 something. We went all the way up to 310 in a matter of days. Another example. Let's go down here. 272 all the way up to 318. Like, that is 40 something cent move. Then how about another example right here? 273 all the way up. Wow. All the way up to 330 something. That's 60 cent move. So you have these big moves off of this support here, 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 and now we are coming back down. If we fail on this, that's where I lick my wounds and I make big risk reducing moves. I like to swing trade. I know there's diamond handers out there. It's up to each person. Now, a little warning. I see a left shoulder, the head here, and the right shoulder, which could be extremely bearish. But I also see a left shoulder, the head here, and possibly the right shoulder inverse, which is extremely bullish. Until we break out and confirm above or below strongly, because we can say right here we did, but instantly back down, I'm looking at this point for a double confirmation. You have the resistance, and of course you have the support. The support, this would be the fourth testing, the fourth one since July. Or July, August, September, October, 4 months for testing. This is just going forever and ever and ever. I think we went 6 months before we had the last breakout up. So I am going to continue to watch this. No moves being made today. No buying for me today on the daily candles. If you come in and look at the hour candles, try to give you a little hope. Sold off, consolidated up to the 50, sold off, and now we're right here just kind of consolidating again. It's bearish. Go to the 4-hour candles. They are extremely, you crossed right here on the 50 and the 13, down we went. Where's the support? It's right there. I told you already, 274 is what I'm expecting to see here shortly in terms of another day or two. And then I'm hoping that we held like we did here. And this candle hit and pushed back up. That was another one. And then, of course, we got down here again. So if that fails and that doesn't hold, then you got a whole different story. You got a whole different ball game, and you got to make different moves based on that. If you go to the weekly, though, when in doubt, zoom out. We're going to the weekly chart on this. A little bit of different story here. As you can see, we had a nice flagpole up. Got a little bit of a pennant kind of forming here. We have the support holding. We're still above the support. But the difference in the weekly, what do you see here? The 13's up there, right? And the 5? The 5's about to cross the 13, which has not happened in a very long time. Last time it did is right here, and we went from 227 all the way down to 190 something. So 20%, 10 to 20% loss there. So I am watching this with a very, very sharp eye. 274 is massive in terms of what we need to hold. If we hold this, we're all right. But that 5 crosses, we get a confirmation down below there. And we see the 50, the RSI dip below 50. We're at 52 right now. That leads us to more downward pressure. So far, so good. But you can start to see some of the bear actions are starting to kick in. And it's been weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Normally, when we have a double cross, we go between the 13 and the 50 EMA. We are now there. We got down there before. We are now there again. And a lot of times we'll actually get to the 50 EMA. If that is the case, we could be looking at 233 as your ultimate bottom and then a pop up. And that's one of the things I am watching for, because I've seen this so many times, and I teach people this in my course about watching a double cross breaking of the Bollinger Band. We normally go between the 13 and 50, and a lot of times we hit the 50. And so we're not there yet. It's just consolidating. A lot of good news coming out shortly for the XRP and the spot XRP ETFs out there, but it hasn't happened yet. And it's a rinse and repeat. Once they come out, a week or two of downward motion and then an explosion up. That is exactly what I'm expecting. And right now we're kind of getting it, but we didn't get the announcement. Now, if you haven't done it, get over to the Discord, follow along in my journey. We got 36 learning lessons, expert traders, the breadbot charts, all of it and more. Tons of private live streams I do in there. And for the first time ever, 20% off an annual pass before the price increase. So you're saving a boatload if you get in today. You do it now before it goes away. Once that happens, you're not going to have this opportunity again. Like I said, if you just want to join for a month, though, you can just go ahead and use code MOON. It'll save you 50% off your first month there. And that's it, folks. That's the update. I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get out there and make some money.